Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt it? That quiet disconnect between the woman you know you are on the inside and the one looking back at you? You feel vibrant, alive, full of everything, but somehow your hair is telling a different story, a heavier story, a more tired story, and nobody told you why. Here's what I want you to know right now. It is not you. It is the haircut. The wrong cut after 50 quietly pulls your face down, drains your energy, and adds years you have not lived. But the right one? It lifts everything. I have spent years studying exactly what works for real women after 50, and in this video I am sharing 5 haircuts that use the science of light, lift, and movement to make you look up to 10 years younger. Stay with me until the end, because I am also revealing the silent mistakes that are aging your hair right now, and every single one is fixable. Before we get into it, if you enjoy learning how to look younger, more elegant, and more confident after 50, I would genuinely love for you to be part of this community. Hit subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment below. It helps more women just like you find their way here, and that truly means everything to me. Now let us get into it. Cut number 1, the collarbone bob. Now before you picture a simple, safe, nothing special bob, I need you to stay with me for just a moment, because what I am about to tell you about this cut is going to completely change the way you think about it. The collarbone is one of the most timelessly elegant parts of the female silhouette, and this haircut was specifically designed to honor it. When your hair grazes that collarbone, something almost architectural happens. It creates a horizontal line of pure elegance that draws every eye away from the jawline, away from the areas where gravity has been quietly doing its work, and straight down to the graceful sweep of your neck and shoulders. It is like a built-in frame for your most sophisticated features. And after 50, that framing is everything. Here's what most women do not know. The collarbone bob is not just about length. The real magic lives inside the cut itself, in what stylists call ghost layers. These are invisible layers hidden beneath the top canopy of your hair that give it swing, movement, and body without ever making the ends look thin or wispy. Think of them as the hidden architecture that makes your hair move like it did 15 years ago. And that movement, that bounce and flow every time you turn your head, is what reads as youth. It is what makes people stop you and say you look incredible without being able to explain exactly why. I want you to ask your stylist specifically for a collarbone-length bob with soft internal layers and a slight forward graduation at the front. That last detail frames your cheekbones beautifully and softens everything around your eyes. Style it with a large barrel iron, flip the ends just slightly, and watch what happens. This cut does not just flatter you, it announces you. Cut number 2, the soft shag with curtain bangs. And before you say anything, I already know what you are thinking. You are thinking this cut is too young, too wild, too much, and I want you to stop right there, because that thought is exactly what the beauty industry planted in your mind to keep you playing small with your hair. The modern soft shag has absolutely nothing to do with the rock star styles of the past. What it is one of the most quietly revolutionary cuts a woman after 50 can choose. And the women who finally try it consistently say the same thing. I cannot believe I waited this long. Here's why this cut does something no other style on this list can do quite the same way. After 50, your hair naturally begins to lose density at the crown and temples, exactly where volume matters most. The soft shag is architecturally designed to rebuild that volume with strategic layers that lift at the top, create movement through the mid-lengths, and prevent that flat, heavy drape that makes fine hair look thinner than it actually is. But the curtain bangs, those soft, face-framing pieces that part gently and sweep toward your cheekbones, that is where the transformation becomes almost unfair. They soften the forehead without covering it. They draw every eye directly to yours. They highlight your cheekbones in a way that no highlighter compact has ever managed. And we have spent so long being told that bangs are high maintenance, but here's the truth I want you to hold on to. Curtain bangs grow out gracefully, style in under 3 minutes, and make even a simple ponytail look like you spent an hour getting ready. Ask your stylist for a soft shag with curtain bangs that begin at the temple and sweep naturally to the side. This is not a bold cut, it is a brilliant one. Cut number 3, the textured layered bob. And ladies, let me be completely honest with you right now, because this is the cut I see women getting wrong more than any other, and it has been quietly breaking my heart. Almost every woman over 50 who sits in a salon chair and asks for a layered bob walks out with something that looks close, but is not it. Not really. And I know this because the most common thing I hear is, I tried layers and they just did not do anything for me. But here's what I need you to understand. It was not the cut that failed you. It was the version of it you were given. There is a version of this cut that ages you, flattens you, and makes your hair look like it has given up. And there is a version that lifts your entire face, restores the kind of movement and volume you thought was gone forever, and makes your hair look so alive that people genuinely cannot stop commenting on it. The difference between those two versions comes down to something so specific that without knowing exactly what to ask for, you will walk out with the wrong one every single time. The textured layered bob done correctly is a structural masterpiece, sitting between the chin and the collarbone, with hidden internal layers that remove bulk beneath the surface while keeping the outer shape full, smooth, and luminous. Those layers create movement that catches light every time you turn your head, giving you that effortless, just left the salon look on an ordinary Wednesday morning. And for every woman in this community who has embraced her silver, we need to talk about what this cut does to gray hair, because it is nothing short of extraordinary. Those internal layers create different planes that light plays across differently, giving silver hair a dimensional, luminous quality that flat cuts completely steal from you. Ask your stylist for internal layers, a length between chin and collarbone, and face-framing pieces starting at the cheekbone. That is not just a haircut. That is your hair finally working for you. Cut number 4, the soft fringe. Now listen, I have to stop everything for just a moment, because this is the cut that I feel most passionate about sharing with you today, and I refuse to rush past it. In the industry, there is actually a name for what a perfectly executed soft fringe does to a woman's face after 50. They call it the salon Botox. Not because it freezes anything, not because it changes who you are, but because the transformation it creates the moment it is done correctly is so immediate, so powerful, and so completely non-invasive that women sit in that salon chair, look in the mirror, and cannot believe nobody told them about this sooner. Here is what is actually happening after 50 that makes this cut so critical. The forehead lines, the soft furrows between your brows, the upper third of your face that you have been trying to soften with heavy makeup that settles into every line and makes them look deeper. The soft fringe addresses all of it with one elegant, sweeping solution. It does not cover your forehead. It veils it softly, beautifully, in a way that pulls every single eye in the room directly to yours. Suddenly, nobody is looking at your forehead lines. They are looking into your eyes. And that shift alone takes years off your appearance without a single appointment, needle, or product. But here is the detail that changes everything, and that most women never hear. For those of you experiencing hairline thinning, which is one of the most common and least talked about concerns after 50, the soft fringe pulls hair forward from deeper on the scalp and creates the illusion of a fuller, thicker mane right at the very front. Exactly. People look first when they look at you. I want you to ask your stylist specifically for a bottleneck fringe, shorter in the center, curving longer toward your cheekbones. Style it with a large round brush, blow downward first, then side to side, and what you will see in that mirror will make everything else feel worth it. Cut number 5, the asymmetrical graduated bob. And if you have made it this far into this video, I already know something about you. You are not here to settle. You are not the woman who wants a haircut that simply works. You want one that says something, one that walks into the room before you finish walking through the door. And this, right here, is exactly that cut. This is the one for the woman who has spent enough years playing it safe with her hair and is finally, completely, beautifully done with it. Now here is something that most women over 50 have never been told, and it genuinely changes the way you look at this cut. After 50, your face naturally becomes slightly less symmetrical. It is not a flaw, it is not something to fix, it is simply what happens when a face has lived a full and extraordinary life. But here's the problem. A perfectly even, perfectly blunt haircut actually highlights those subtle asymmetries instead of working with them. The asymmetrical graduated bob uses diagonal movement and varied length to keep the eye traveling across your face in a way that reads as modern, intentional, and effortlessly sophisticated. One side longer, one side shorter, and in that difference lives some of the most powerful visual magic available to any haircut at any age. The graduated element means the back is stacked slightly shorter than the front, and that detail alone creates one of the most elegant necklines you have ever seen on yourself. We have been told for too long that bold choices belong to younger women, and I am here to tell you that was never true. It was never fair, and this cut is the proof. For women wearing silver and salt and pepper hair, this cut is particularly extraordinary because the varied lengths reveal the natural dimension and contrast living inside your hair, turning what the world calls gray into what I call your most powerful accessory. Tuck the shorter side behind your ear, let the longer side sweep softly forward, and watch the woman in your mirror finally match the woman you have always known yourself to be. And there you have it, 5 haircuts that do not just change your hair. They change the conversation your reflection has been having with you every single morning. But before you close this video, I want to say something to you that has nothing to do with haircuts and everything to do with who you are. Because here's what I have seen over and over again in the women who finally find the right cut. It is never really about the hair. It is about the moment they stop apologizing for wanting to look as extraordinary as they feel. We have been fed a quiet, persistent lie that somewhere around 50, the most elegant, interesting, head-turning version of ourselves was supposed to start stepping back, toning down, and making peace with invisible. And I am here, with everything in me, to tell you that is not your story. Your cheekbones did not retire at 50. Your jawline did not stop deserving a frame that honors it. Your silver hair did not become less stunning just because someone handed you a rulebook that said so. The women who wear these cuts and walk out of that salon transformed are not transformed because they found a new hairstyle. They are transformed because they made a decision to show up fully, to choose intentionally, and to let the outside world finally see what the inside has known all along, that you are not winding down. You are arriving. I want you to take one of these 5 cuts into your next salon appointment. And I want you to walk in knowing exactly what to ask for, exactly why it works, and exactly what it is going to do for the woman looking back at you in that mirror. And if this video gave you something today, a new idea, a moment of recognition, or simply the permission you have been waiting for, please share it with a woman in your life who needs to hear this too. Because we are building something here together, a community of women who refuse to let age be the ceiling on their elegance. Subscribe to Timeless After 50 so you never miss what is coming next. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 cuts you are taking to your stylist. And remember, your most beautiful, most luminous, most unapologetically radiant chapter is not behind you. It is just beginning.